Welcome to the MIAA Live. I'm your host, Ty Goss. With me are analysts Jared Bush and Jackson Mielman. As always, we will be going over what happened around the MIAA and taking a look ahead at next week's games. To kick us off, we'll have Missouri Western and UNK highlights.
Yeah, let's get this thing started. Darius Webb's going to take a 1-yard touchdown run in for Kearney's, and quarterback Alex McGinnis is going to take the read option in for a 1-yard touchdown run of his own, but Missouri Western would fight back as Don Marino is going to throw a 12-yard touchdown pass to his tight end Cameron Grandy. Then James Bailey, we've seen this all year long, is going to power himself into the end zone for a 7-yard touchdown run. Then Derek Gray is going to put the icing on the cake for Missouri Western with an 8-yard touchdown run. A comeback win for them, as we've seen Kearney do this time and time again, have a lead and then blow it.
Disappointing end to the season for UNK. At one point, they were one of the best defenses in the MIAA, but they have struggled and continue to lose leads. But that should get better as time goes on with juniors and seniors and experience.
Oh, yeah.
They really just need to get their offense going and keep it rolling. That's their biggest issue. Their defense will hold strong, but when your offense is having 3 and outs and can't produce anything, it's hard for a defense to
The offense should go through Darius Webb.
Yeah.
Yep. Now we'll take a look at the UCM Lindenwood highlights.
Here we are with UCM. Jeremy Hunt coming out fast with the 41-yard touchdown pass to Kyrion Parker. That would put them up 17-0. But Lindenwood would respond as Cade Brister would find Eric Hinman with the touchdown pass. But Hunt would find one of the best receivers in the MIAA in Kyrion Parker to put him up 24-14. But Lindenwood would keep on responding. They had a lot of fight in them as Brister would hit him in again. But Devontae Turner would hit the outside and put this game away. Like I said earlier, UCM was up 17-0. They're having trouble keeping leads as well. As last week they were up 35-7, but they're finding a way to win. They prevail for their second win in a row.
They got a big win and their first win on the road this season, guys.
The coach has to be excited with that Devontae Turner and Jeremy Hunt only being a true freshman. Have a great backfield and great promise ahead of them.
A very good, impressive win for UCM there. Now we'll take a look at a nail-biting game with the highlights from Fort Hays and Northwest.
Yeah, it's our game of the week, and Akeel Knowles is going to pick off Braden Wright here for Fort Hays, but then Chance Fuller is going to throw an interception to Jack Richards. But then after that, Chance Fuller is going to settle down, backup quarterback, throw a 5-yard touchdown pass to Harley Hazlitt. Then Fuller again is going to throw a 25-yard touchdown pass to Lance Biebre. But Sean Bain would take a 66-yard punt return for the Bearcats, finally would get them on the board. They really struggled in this game scoring points, and Braden Wright's going to throw a 19-yard touchdown pass to Alex Tatum. The extra point would be blocked, though. That would become critical as Dante Brown in the middle of the third quarter would drill a 42-yard field goal, and that's all she wrote, guys. That was it.
This was a game of defense and special teams. As we see, neither team cracked even 80 rushing yards.
Oh, yeah.
And Fort Hays State proved that they are the best team in the MIAA. Got a huge win at Northwest Missouri State, and that puts them in the playoffs. That secures a playoff spot for them.
Second year in a row, guys. Hays has gone to Northwest Missouri and won by 1 point. And the other incredible thing this year, they did it with their backup quarterback in Chance Fuller.
Threw 3 picks, but he was resilient and bounced back.
Hays shut down the Bearcat offense, which is hard to do, and what teams have struggled to do all season long. Now we'll take a look at the highlights from Washburn and Pitt State.
Here we are, opening up late in the first with Mitch Schurig finding J.J. Branya Hop for the 56-yard touchdown. He would have quite a day. But Pitt would respond as Creighton Sanders would get a pick to set them up with great field position, which would lead to a reverse on this Lorenzo West 18-yard touchdown. He has come up big for Pitt time and time again. Pitt would score again with Tucker Horak on the 7-yard touchdown as he bounces outside and cuts in. And then Mitch Schurig. He threw 3 picks, but he was tough all night long. He stayed in the pocket and was not fazed. And Branya Hop would ice the game right here on the 99-yard kick return. He's one of my favorites for the MIAA Player of the Year. Had a school record 337 all-purpose yards. Huge win for this Washburn program. Hey, they come in the, I guess you want to call it the jungle. Well, they come in the jungle and they take all the bananas and win as they won there 5 straight times.
Yeah, well, Brandon Hop, he kind of put the team on his back that day. If you're looking at this from a fan, you go, oh, Pitt State defense, 40 points. They must struggle. Really, that wasn't the case. Offense and special teams gave up 20 of those points as defense had, bad spots to start with all game long. But regardless, this is a game Pitt State probably should have won.
Yes, they were playing with their third-string quarterback, but you have to win that game, especially with knowing what's on the line and you're at home.
Absolutely. Now the highlights from Emporia, Missouri Southern.
Yeah, here we are with Braxton Marstall with the 8-yard touchdown pass to Jordan Reed. Then Braxton Marstall again would find with a 17-yard touchdown pass to Tyler Harris. It was all Emporia State from start to finish, and Braxton Marstall not only threw 4 touchdown passes, but also had 100 yards rushing. Here we are with Landon Knott, who also had 100-yard rushing. Missouri Southern really couldn't get anything going in any phase of the game. Good win for Emporia State. Not really much else to talk about here.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Good win for Emporia. Missouri Southern, we've seen this time and time again this year.
Braxton Marstall proving time and time again that he is the man. He is the quarterback for Emporia State.
Oh, yeah.
Now we'll take a look at the highlights from University of Central Oklahoma and Northeastern State.
Yeah, not much of a game here. Also, was Will Collins going to throw a 66-yard touchdown pass to Mikhail Hall for the game's opening score. It would ring close, but then after the first quarter, it wouldn't, as Clay McKenzie take a 1-yard touchdown run, and then Will Collins again, this time a 65-yard touchdown pass to Mikhail Hall, his second of the game, and then this impressive run by Justin Curry would be a 46-yard touchdown run. I don't know how he escapes this, but he somehow does, and he scores, and it's kind of just been Northeastern's, season like that. It's just bad plays like that.
I mean, at some point you got to have pride. You shouldn't be allowing a team to score 62 points on you.
Oh, yeah.
But with that being said, UCO is the hottest team in MIAA right now. They start out good. They could be playing for a playoff spot right now. How they had a better start to the season.
You're exactly right there.
Especially giving Northwest their first loss of the season. Hayes giving them the second loss.
The expectation should be very high for UCO going into next season.
I agree.
Now we'll take a look at the MIAA standings as Hayes has secured the #1 spot with Northwest to follow. In Pitt and UCO tied for third. Hayes 22nd overall in the nation and Northwest 19th in the nation. Guys, those two teams are going to the playoffs, and it's going to be a toss-up as to who gets third.
Barring a major meltdown, Hayes and Northwest should get in comfortably. Expect one of those two teams to make some noise out here in the playoffs.
Yeah, pretty much everything's decided now. It's just we'll see how the playoffs shake out, guys.
Yep. All right, we'll go ahead and kick it a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at Super Region 3 rankings and look next week's games.
We've got our heads in the game,
our minds in the classroom,
our hands in the community,
and our feet ready for the world.
We're a part of the NCAA Division II experience.
Using our skills
at our universities and in our communities. I chose the MIAA.
I chose the MIAA.
MIAA, the spirit of our communities.
Welcome back to the MIAA Live. Now we'll go ahead and take a look at the Super Region 3 rankings with Hayes and Northwest securing spots to the playoff and Pitt just out of grasp this season.
Yeah, I mean, unless there's upsets, guys, they should be in the playoffs.
Yeah, it would take a miracle for Pitt to make the playoffs. But Northwest and Hayes both in there comfortably. Should be exciting.
They've definitely shown they're the teams to go and represent the MIAA. We thought Pitt could do it this year, but they just fell a little short, as they have done in the past couple of seasons.
Oh, yeah.
Now we'll take a looking ahead at this weekend's matchup. To kick us off, we have Kearney and Washburn. This should be a close game, but I got Washburn pulling out the victory here, especially beating Pitt on the road.
Two streaky teams right here. Washburn coming off a huge win at Pitt. Kearney really struggling right now. I expect a blowout.
I don't expect a blowout. I expect Kearney to lead early, and then Mitchell going to come back. That's kind of how it's just been this season. After a big win last week against Pitt, Mitch Schurig, I think he's going to carry momentum into this week and into next season.
And Kearney blowing leads like they've done all season long.
Oh, yeah.
Now a rivalry game between Northwest and UCM. This should be a good game, especially since Central Missouri is at home, but I do expect Northwest to pull out the win right at the end.
Yeah, this year's played at UCM. I know they almost won last year. It's not at Arrowhead anymore, but Northwest is going to win this game, guys.
This game will be closer than expected. I expect Northwest to win here, but UCM will make this game exciting. It should be fun and up and down.
Yeah.
Now a look at the Lindenwood, Missouri Western game. This should be a good game with both teams kind of having up and down seasons here, but with Western getting that big win on the road, I think they will prevail.
I think Missouri Western's going to win. I think they're going to win by a couple touchdowns. I think Lindenwood's last game of the season, I just feel like Missouri Western's going to go in.
Wrong.
No.
Lindenwood is going to go into Missouri Western and win and close out the season strong.
I disagree.
We'll have to see. Now the Miners Bowl, Pitt versus Missouri Southern. Pitt should win very easily. Even though it is in Joplin, Southern hasn't done much all season long.
I don't think it matters where this game's played at. Pitt in a blowout, guys.
Could be in Joplin, Canada, it doesn't matter.
I agree.
Pitt will dominate this game, end the season strong, and hopefully find themselves in a bowl game.
Similar story here, Northeastern State against Hayes. Hayes should win. Hayes being at home, just coming off that win off Northwest. Hayes dominating all the way.
Yeah, Hayes will dominate this game. If, I might just start your backups. I mean, they'll still win this game, but,
The only way Hayes doesn't win this game is if, the bus breaks down on the way there or something and they don't show up. Hayes should win this game easily. They have too much on the line. They're looking to go into the playoffs.
Now our MIAA Game of the Week, Emporia State, UCO. This has been two very similar teams, high-powered offenses. This should be a close matchup here, boys.
This one was hard for me to pick. I think UCO's offense is just too good, and it's a home game for them. I got UCO in this one.
Emporia is a good road team, but UCO is the third or fourth best team in MIAA. I think they should win this comfortably.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I think you guys are both wrong. I think Braxton Marstall is going to put the team on his back, and Emporia's going to go get a road win.
He could. I mean, he's
He's
one
done
of
it all
the
season
best
long.
quarterbacks in the conference.
But UCO is the best team. One of the best teams.
Yeah.
Excuse me. One of the best teams in the conference.
We'll see. That'll do us here for the MIAA Live. We'll go ahead and tune in to the Pitt Southern game.